Hello, I'm Sammy Bones, and I'm here to show you a really cool amplifier. It's made by Epiphone. It's called an Epiphone Century Amplifier. It's a reproduction of the Epiphone Century Amplifier from the 30s, but it's updated with modern technology. And it's a really cool look, as you can see. It's got the rounded corners. Really cool grill cloth. The E for Epiphone. This is what the back panel looks like. I'll show you here. Get the glasses on. This is what the back panel looks like. It's got your on-off switch here. Speaker, foot switch tacks. The speaker jack is for an 8-ohm speaker, which also makes it in combination with the existing speaker, which takes it down to 4 ohms, 4 ohm load. And so, and then the foot switch we got. And the foot switch is to turn the boost on and off, because there's a push-pull on the boost. I'll show you in a second here. And it's got 3 inputs. And in the 30s, they had 3 inputs on them because they figured you would be using 3 different instruments with it. But now people don't do that, so they just have 3 different voicings. The dark one being obviously like a more bass sound, like more darker sound for so if you have a real bright Telecaster or single coil pickup, it'll cut some of that high end off and make it darker. And then if you have a real warm guitar and you want to make it brighter, that's when the bright pickup or bright jack comes in. There we go. Okay. So this the boost has a push-pull. This is your tone, which makes it brighter. Turn on to hear how it sounds. This is a 20-watt amplifier. On the back it says 75 watt, but that means power consumption. It's not the output wattage. That's the power consumption. So it's a 20-watt amplifier. It's really loud too. It's just a little more than halfway up, but it's still on clean sound. Take the volume down a little bit and pull the boost out. Pretty cool amplifier. And it gets pretty loud too, so you can actually, I think you could probably use this on gigs. On gigs you get mic'd up anyway, so if you're doing a pub or an arena or any of that, your amp gets mic'd. So check it out, the Epiphone Century, and I guess I could plug in the other voicings to show you what that does too. And it's got open back here, so you can hear it too back here. I'll take it towards you so you can hear. This is the brighter input jack. I'll do the darker input. That's normal, and here's back to high. And one more time back to normal. Guitar, this normal setting sounds the best. Great clean sound. And the boost is just for a little bit of overdrive, just to get a little dirty. It's not really like a metal sound, so just it'll rock and roll it up. Century reissue amplifier from Epiphone. Check it out. I think you'll like it. Okay, there's also a service bulletin here from Epiphone. Let me read it to you here. This is about, well, first off, it's basically some amplifiers are experiencing a lot more hum than others, and it seems to vary from amp to amp, so yours may not have an ungodly amount of hum, but if it does, listen to what it says. It says, "Notice, it has come to our attention that some 1939 Century amplifiers have experienced higher than desired levels of residual hum with both the volume and tone control set to 0. This is subjective and has been found to vary from amp to amp. Some level of noise is to be expected with any amplifier and increases with increasing volume and gain," which we know. "The amp will be inherently more noisy with the boost engaged. This is to be expected. The noise addressed by the service bulletin is the 60 to 120 Hz noise that is present regardless of the volume control position. The cause of the inherent hum has been found to be predominantly due to the location of the preamp tube's heater wiring and its orientation and proximity to the grid wire of the preamp tube, 1 amp on affected amplifiers. This can be relatively easily adjusted using a wooden chopstick to reposition the heater wiring while listening to the output with the volume and tone to 0. And then it gives a step-by-step procedure for improving the noise performance of affected 19th century amplifiers. 1939 century amplifiers. Basically, is what it's saying is that, if your amplifier is down on 0 and it's still humming badly, there's a modification that you can do to make it better. But it also recommends, and I recommend as well, to don't attempt it yourself if you're not experienced a qualified service technician or experienced with working on tube amplifiers, because there's a lot of voltage in there. Some of these tubes have got 512 volts to them, and you touch the wrong thing the wrong way, just one little bump, it's going to be a big shock. Okay. Anyways, but here's the procedures. I'll show it to you. The first thing it says is remove the 9 screws on the back panel. Can you see that? Fix it. There we go. And then it shows you how to remove the chassis, the cabinet bolts on the bottom. There's 4 of them. There you go. And then it says just how to adjust the heater wires and grid wire using the wooden stick. The reason why I use a wooden stick is so you're not poking around there with this metal screwdriver getting shocked. and keep your hands away from the chassis. Make sure it's unplugged. And even though it's unplugged, there's a lot of things in there that will hold voltage, okay? These capacitors are juiced up for a long time, and they will hold the juice even if it's been a day old. Okay, so you still get shocked even with it unplugged. And it shows where pin 2 is and where the black and white wires are. And you can find this PDF form online, just Google it. And I tell you, I'm going to do another video because I've got one of the amplifiers like this, and I'm going to do a video showing exactly how to make it work. So if you want to look for that video, you can. I'll do that in a couple days. And then the last part is where to move the wire and place it to there. I'll leave it there for a second so you can read it. Might be a little blurry. Let me tell you. And then once you get that done, that should fix the problem. Just reassemble it in backwards order. And look for my video if you are qualified enough to get inside a tube amplifier without getting yourself shocked. Okay? And anyways, but enjoy the amp. You know, if it doesn't have a bad buzz to it or bad hum when the controller's set to 0, then you don't need this modification. You're all good. And either way, it's still an amazing amp. And I think this might be a recall, and they might do it for free at a certified Epiphone dealership. But I'm not 100% sure of that. So look into that and ask your rep about that. And you can point out the service bulletin. Let me see if there's a number on the service bulletin. Well, the service bulletin is subject hum, and it's dated December 3rd, 2014. There you go. All right, have a great day.